Democratic California Governor Gavin Newsom is not only surging in the polls, he's not only watching as his social media accounts explode with new followers, but he's also landing some pretty crushing and devastating blows against Donald Trump as their war of words continues. And this week, Newsom landed what I think is probably the strongest blow to date, when he pointed out to his now millions of followers on social media that Donald Trump is likely suffering from dementia. Here's what happened. During the Tuesday cabinet meeting that again went for 3 hours and 17 minutes, Donald Trump repeated the false claim that during the California wildfires earlier this year, he had to call Gavin Newsom and say, "Turn on the water. They didn't have water. They weren't running the water. They were dumping it into the Pacific Ocean. And so we told them, turn the valves the other way and send it back to the cities." And they did, because we had to send in force, Trump says. We sent in the military to turn on the water. And none of those things ever happened. The military was never deployed to California. Trump made the whole thing up, and it's not the first time he said it. He has made this comment multiple times. So Gavin Newsom responded to that clip that Aaron Rupar had put on social media. Newsom responds to it, and he shares a screenshot of him asking the AI chatbot Grok on Twitter, quote, "Do people with dementia repeat false things over and over again?" And Grok responded, "Yes, people with dementia can repeat false statements or beliefs, a behavior often linked to memory impairments and cognitive changes. This can manifest as confabulation, where they create or repeat false memories to fill gaps in recollection, or perseveration, where they fixate on a particular idea or statement." Now, here's what gets me about this. The false statements thing, repeating these over and over and over, I have been saying for over a year that, of course, is a symptom of dementia. And it is. I mean, if you look up, the common things you see in people with dementia, repeating the same things over and over again is very common, because they struggle to find words, they struggle to find thoughts, so they go back to the familiar. But I do not have the audience, I do not have the international attention that Gavin Newsom has right now. I'm going to pat myself on the back a little bit for, of course, being right about that. And honestly, so far, all of these things I've talked about with Donald Trump's dementia symptoms have turned out to be accurate. But Newsom has the audience. He has the international spotlight right now. So for him to come out and talk about these symptoms, even in a humorous way like this, that puts it out there officially in the ether. Because it's not enough for me to talk about it. It's not enough for, Chauncey DeVega at Salon to talk about it, because he talks about it a lot too with the mental health professionals. It's not enough for Sam Cedar or Pacman or Midas Touch to talk about it. We do need somebody with a bigger audience, surprisingly, than all those other folks, because they're all huge. But Newsom right now has the spotlight. So when Newsom says it, that puts it out there better than any of us or all of us could ever hope to do. And that's why this is so important. And that, of course, is why the White House had to send out Ronnie Jackson this week. And Jackson, what did he say? He said that he's mentally and physically sharper than ever before. He's obviously not. We can literally see and hear how unsharp he is, or dull, I guess would be the correct word. There is something happening to him, and there is a massive cover-up taking place at the White House. Gavin Newsom highlighting this, putting the spotlight on it, is the best thing we could hope for. Not just so that people get talking about this, but so that people realize the White House is covering it up. That's the bigger part. And also, Gavin Newsom is now surging in the polls. He's now the top pick for Democrats for 2028. I do think he's probably going to be the candidate. And that's where we're at. Newsom is benefiting tremendously from this. The public is on his side. It's raising his profile. It's diminishing Donald Trump on the international stage. Hell, everything Newsom is doing is what basically all of us in the progressive media have been doing for years. It's just for some reason when he does it, maybe it's because he looks better than us, I don't know, but he has absolutely taken it, and it could propel him into the White House in a couple years. Thanks for watching, everyone. You know, we're inching closer and closer to 1 million subscribers, and we're aiming to hit that goal before the year closes. So if you aren't subscribed to the channel, please do so, and don't forget to like, comment, and share. Thanks for joining us as we head towards this huge milestone.